I'll keep it.
Hey, what's up guys and girls, welcome again to Savage Gaming and another video on Northgard. And this one is going to be again a little bit tutorial based and a little bit of a let's play kind of video, and we're going to cover the Clan of the Stag. So I'm going to select them here. Let's just quickly run over it. Clan of the Stag, proud of their legacy of astonishing achievements. They are renowned for much of their honourable and regal manner. As for their harsh justice and unyielding strength, valuing wealth and fame, they are highly ambitious expansionists. You start with 75 food, wooden crowns. The Hall of Skulls replaces the brewery and produces additional fame. The other thing to bear in mind there is the skulls can also produce crowns. So I'll show you that in the video as well. Supplies, you gain wooden crowns from 200 fame. Dedication, you gain 10% production bonus when you've got 500 fame. So I just want to quickly go back here as well, guys. I'm doing a fame victory here, so I just wanted to cover that as well in this video. So it's sort of Clan of the Stag and a fame victory, and I'll sort of guide you through what we're going to do. I won't play the whole sort of game because it's going to take long, but I'll just sort of run through it and show you guys what we're going to do. Okay, so firstly, let's get started. If you've watched my previous videos, build your wood hut first, get a house. Okay, and then also what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a scout camp. So those are the three buildings we're going to build first in the Stag Clan, and get that sorted for us. Okay. There we go, we've got one of those. So we're going to keep an eye out. I see our wood production is on -1, gold +2, food is on +4. So we start in summer here at the bottom. We've got quite a long time, so we don't have to worry too much. I'm going to assign this villager quickly to become a woodcutter for us. I'm going to pop this one to become a scout for us. Now we want to scout the areas quickly so we can see what is going to be beneficial to us here. Let's see. And you can make your scouts go quicker, guys. If you click on your scout and select on a blank area, let me show you guys. Yeah, you'll see that little map where my cursor is. You'll see that little map with the X icon there. Then you'll actually run to that area rather than just take a leisurely stroll like he normally does. Okay, I'm going to make another woodcutter for us. So now we're going to have plenty of wood coming in. Okay, that area doesn't look cool. I'm going to make him look at this area for us because it is adjacent to us. And I want to see, you know, because normally you get like 1 or 2 free areas to colonize next to your camp. So that's cool. And yeah, guys, also Wolf Clan and Stag Clan also gives you the ability to, if you go to your lore tab at the top here, you'll see colonization in the 2nd tier here by sharp axes. And that reduces the amount of food, so that's to colonize an area, which is awesome and handy. When you get to playing the Goat Clan and that, you'll see you don't have that upgrade, so your expansion becomes a little bit more expensive. I'm not going to colonize this area yet. There's only some lore here which I'm not too interested in at this stage. Let's just have a look. Let's just click on this ruins. Yeah, okay. So let's see what's here. Okay, we've got a lore stone, we've got a little bit of free space. So lore stone, I'm going to go for that rather. Let's colonize this area quickly. Okay. Okay, see, we click here. We've got 3 villages here already. We've got our new area, which is great. I see there's some stone here as well in the next area, but it's also defended. So we've got to bear that in mind. This area is defended. This area as well is defended, so that's going to be that's going to force us to build a military camp quite soon as well. So we're going to make sure we have enough gold, because to obviously make troops, it's going to cost you a bit of gold as well. So I know from experience with the Stag Clan, I'm going to build a 2nd woodcutters camp here. It is still early enough in the season to spend a bit of wood now for winter. Let's bring a villager into this area so they can start building there for us. I want to actually make it a bit faster. We've got plenty of food. So let's see, we've got 3 villages here already. We've got our new area, which is great. I see there's some stone here as well in the next area. So we've got to bear that in mind. This area is defended. So we've got to bear that in mind. This area as well is defended. So that's going to be that's going to force us to build a military camp quite soon as well. So I know from experience with the Stag Clan, I'm going to build a 2nd woodcutters camp here. It is still early enough in the season to spend a bit of wood now for winter. I want to actually make it a bit faster. We've got plenty of food. So because we're doing a fame victory on this video, guys, I want to just tell you now as well, one of the quick ways to increase your fame, but also be careful when you use it and how you use it, is to organize a feast that gives you 20 fame. So I'm going to organize a feast now. We've got enough villagers to keep our food growing before winter. And yeah, we've got now 40 fame. So that's going to be cool. So let's get that sorted. While we wait for that, we'll scout here. This stone here as well. Let's see what else our scout has found for us. There's some iron. So yeah, this I think this area with the wolves is going to be the next one, because we want to keep our food up, guys. We don't want to suffer in winter. And then our next area will be this area with the ruins in, and then that's that. Or maybe this one will be our next area. Let's have a look. Let's see what our scout finds for us. Hello, Scouty. Okay. Okay, so that village is done. We've got enough housing space now, plenty. Let's get some more woodcutters in. I need lots of wood, lots of wood. Okay, this is a dead area, but there is a space to fish here. So if we look here, you see little fish jumping out. That means you can build a fisherman's camp there and assign fishermen to them. Let's just have a look here. This one's got 3 wolves in, so it's a pretty difficult area to take on initially. This one has only got 2 wolves, so I think this one is going to take it. I'm going to take this one first because we can build a farm. We can get some stone from it, and it's only 2 wolves to take out. So that's that. Okay, let's see. This area we've built in now has got 2 out of 4, so we can put 4 buildings in here. So I'm going to grab another villager. I'm going to drag him down here, and we are going to build a military camp. Okay, we also got to watch our happiness. As soon as our population starts growing, we're going to need to up that happiness factor as well. So let this guy build that. How many can we build here? I actually want to maybe put a silo here as well, because that, if we get a rat infestation, that's going to help us there, and also it will improve the food production in the area as well. So that's going to give us a little bit of a boost there. Okay. Right, training camp is complete. I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to assign him here. So just a little bit of advice on the training camp. Once you've built your training camp, if you see at the top here, you'll see warband where this little shield icon is. This is 1 out of 2. That means you can build 2 warriors. If you upgrade the building, it'll allow you to increase your warband by 1. If you build another military camp, it'll also increase it by 2. And then also military camps allow you to build your war chief or your berserker, depending on what clan you're playing in. So let's go take this little dude and see if we can take out these wolves. Now I know one guy probably is not going to take out 2 wolves, but it's not the end of the world. We've got lots of villagers, we've got plenty of food. We can waste a guy if we need to, so let's let him at least take 1 wolf down. There we go. Okay, so he's not going to take that one down. Let's go and assign a villager to there. That's going to give us that another warrior quickly, and then we can take that area and then build a farm, build a miner. We can start doing some upgrades. Alright, let's take him out. Go warrior, go. Okay, that's going to take this area down. We are going to colonize the area for 40 food. I see we've got a nice little law upgrade here. So, a lot of people, I think, battle with what to upgrade first. My advice is always trading. Upgrade your trading, guys. You're going to see you're going to run out of gold very quickly in this game, so you need to keep that gold production up. So let's just bring a villager in here and let's get building a nice little field. So we're getting close to winter. We're about a month away in the game sort of time, but I think it'll be enough. We've got 172 food for your first winter. You need about 100 food, sometimes even less, to survive. But but this will give us a nice buffer as well. We don't have to worry about food during the winter, and we can carry on focusing on our building and getting some mining done as well. Okay, so we've assigned 2 farmers there. You can see our food's gone up now to plus 13, and now it's winter. Excuse me. It's winter now, and it's also gone. It's still staying in the positive. So, if I take one of these villages now here in this tile and move them, excuse me, and you'll see it'll drop to -2. And obviously now it's because that villager is not collecting anything. But because I said earlier we've got enough food to survive the winter, I'm going to use this villager to build a few buildings for us. Just so that we're proactive coming into the summer, and we can beat any of our opponents. If we want to see how our opponents are progressing in the game, if you go to the top left here where it says my player name Savage and you press V, you'll see here's your victory conditions. I think sometimes you can also press V. It hasn't worked for me. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But here it says gain enough territory, raise your fame. You need 12 areas controlled, and you need 1,200 fame, and you need to build the altar of kings. And then here at the bottom you'll see there's a question mark in red, and the blue is myself. So in terms of fame, I'm 8% to my goal, and he's only 6%. So you can see if you're ahead of the dude you're playing against, even if you haven't met his clan yet, that is quite handy, so you know where you need to focus your resources on, and where you need to sort of, you know, jump up and get cracking on, you know, if you need fame or anything like that. So getting fame, a few ways to do it. I see here we have not got a beach in sight, guys. There's no way. So normally you could build sailors. You build a longship dock and you can build sailors, and then those guys, you can allocate them to actually get you more fame. So this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to get a lot of fame. Also here, this is awesome, dudes. Oh, I didn't even know this was on here. Okay, I don't know how to say it, but it looks like the Wyvern or Wyvern or something like that. This gives you 250 fame, but taking it on, I seriously suggest fully upgraded warriors and a upgraded or maxed out war chief or berserker, and you need about 4 warriors or 2 warriors, 2 axemen, axe throwers, and your war chief, and then you should be able to take him out. You're probably going to have to retreat once at least to get your troops healed as well, before you can really take him on one shot. But at the end of the day, you're going to get a lot of fame for that, and you take that opportunity for the other player away so that he can't get the fame. So it's nice and close to our base, which I really like. It means this is going to give us an advantage. But in order to get there, we're going to need to focus on expansion. We've got quite a bit to get through here. We've got 2 walls on this tile, 3 walls on that tile, before we can even get to where this dragon is. So we need to be careful there, guys. Yay! Okay, so we've hit summer again. This is awesome. We are mining our stone, which will allow us to do our upgrades. We've still got our little villager here, or our little warrior. If you're low on food, guys, another tip: if you've got too many of these guys running around, just go and get them killed, because they do take up a percentage of your food intake while they're still alive. So if you don't need them, send them off where you know they're going to die. Like if I send him off here, there's 3 wolves in this area, he'll never make it. And then you'll see my food is now on plus 17. So let's see, once this little warrior dies, what's going to happen. He's going to now take on this wolf. He'll probably kill 1 wolf. So keep an eye up here, guys. It's plus 17. When he dies, it's plus 19. So that's going to help you a heck of a lot as well. If you've got too many of these guys wandering around and you're not using them, or you don't need them, get rid of them. It's unnecessary, and it takes up a lot of your food. Yeah, so that, I think, is that, guys. I mean, we've covered this. We can colonize this area. We've got plenty of food in stock now, as you can see with our farm. It has really boosted it up a lot. We're also now reaching our population limit, so we're going to have to think of building a house. So take a villager. Let's pop him down here. Build a little house. I think we are going to need, yeah, that's that. And then, what was the other thing I needed to talk to you guys about? Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, we still got our scouting, so I'm going to leave him scouting for now. We don't need too much lore. There we go, a little lore upgrade. So scouts can produce 1 crowns or gain +2 lore. What I'm going to do here, because we obviously need to take out a few rules in our next tiles, I'm going to upgrade Weaponsmith, which will give us my 20% attack, which is going to be handy for taking these guys out. Right, so we've now colonized this area, we've built a house. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to build a Hall of Skells or House of Skells. These guys are like in the other game or other clans, is like your brewery. They bring happiness, but the nice thing with the Stag Clan is they actually produce crowns as well. So that's handy to have. Hence why I said hit your lore button, hit trading first, because yeah, on my next lore upgrade I can hit the value of great deeds, which gives my skulls 1 crown each. So that's pretty cool, guys. Skulls, obviously the same as a farm. You just click on a villager that's walking around, and then right click on the House of Skulls, and then you'll allocate him there, and you'll see your happiness will go up. And that's that. So I think I've pretty much covered everything for the Stag Clan as far as how to get going with it. Your upgrades, like I said, again, trading. Carpentry I'll leave until I've got quite a bit of stone, because otherwise you're going to waste all your stone trying to do upgrades. You can, if your focus is upgrading, then I'd suggest doing carpentry first. But the next sharp axes, mining efficiency helps a lot as well in the second tier here. This obviously helps your miners get more ore from the deposits, and colonization, if that's your goal, then get that first, obviously. Militia and fur coats, that sort of I think is more mid-game, but definitely get your value of deeds up, get your erudition up, colonization, mining efficiency. If you're battling with happiness, eradication is also a really good one to use. I find this one quite handy playing with the Stag Clan. And I think once you've got that going, I promise you guys, the Stag Clan is one of the best clans to play with. They are super powerful mid to late game. If you can keep your nose out of trouble, this is definitely a good clan to go for. So that's it for this video, guys. I think I've covered everything. If I haven't, I'm sorry if I didn't cover every last little thing. I did my best. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and comment if you want me to cover something else for you, and I'll definitely get back to you. And once again, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.